8 steps to prevent heart disease. Here are 8 tips to get you started. Although you may be aware that consuming particular foods can increase your risk of developing heart disease, it can be difficult to change your dietary habits. Here are 8 heart-healthy diet suggestions, whether you've been eating badly for years or you just want to tweak your diet. You'll be well on your way to a heart-healthy diet once you know which foods to eat more of and which ones to limit. 1. Reduce your serving size. Just as crucial as what you eat is how much of it do you eat. Overfilling your plate, taking seconds, and eating until you're full can result in consuming more calories than what is healthy. A serving size is a set amount of food using conventional dimensions like cups, ounces, or pieces. For instance, a serving of spaghetti is equivalent to a hockey puck in size, or around 1/3 to 1/2 cup. 2 to 3 ounces, or roughly the size and thickness of a deck of cards, constitutes 1 serving of meat, fish, or fowl. Depending on the exact diet or guidelines you're following, the suggested serving size for each food group may change. 2. Consume more fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are excellent providers of vitamins and minerals. Fruits and vegetables are high in dietary fiber and low in calories. Like other plants or plant-based diets, fruits and vegetables contain compounds that may lower the risk of developing cardiovascular disease. You may be able to reduce your intake of high-calorie meals like meat, cheese, and snack foods by increasing your intake of fruits and vegetables. It can be simple to include fruits and vegetables in your diet. Maintain sliced and washed vegetables in your refrigerator for quick snacking. Pick recipes using fruits or vegetables as the major ingredients. 3. Choose whole grains. Fiber and other nutrients included in whole grains help to control blood pressure and maintain heart health. By adopting straightforward substitutes for refined grain products, you may boost the proportion of whole grains in a heart-healthy diet. Alternately, be daring and experiment with a novel whole grain, such farro, quinoa, or barley. 4. Cut back on bad fats to lower your blood cholesterol and lessen your risk of coronary artery disease. You should limit the amount of saturated and trans fats you consume. Atherosclerosis, or the formation of plaque in the arteries as a result of elevated blood cholesterol, can raise the risk of heart attack and stroke. For a heart-healthy diet, the American Heart Association recommends the following amounts of fat to include. The Dietary Guidelines for Americans for the years 2020 to 2025 advise limiting saturated fat to fewer than 10% of daily calories. Trim the fat from meat or go for lean meats that have less than 10% fat. When cooking and serving, use a little less butter, margarine, and shortening. If low-fat alternatives are available, use them for a diet that is heart-healthy. Cookies, cakes, frostings, crackers, and chips should all have food labels checked. In addition to having little nutritional value, several of these foods, even those with reduced fat labels, may also include trans fats. Although trans fats cannot be added to food anymore, some older items may still contain them. On the ingredient label, trans fats could be identified as partly hydrogenated oil. When you do consume fats, choose for monounsaturated sources like canola or olive oil. A diet rich in polyunsaturated fats, such as those found in some fish, avocados, nuts, and seeds, is also recommended for heart health. Monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats may help decrease your total blood cholesterol when utilized in place of saturated fat. Moderation is necessary, though. All forms of fat include a lot of calories. Utilizing ground flaxseed is a simple approach to increase your diet's beneficial fat and fiber content. Small brown seeds called flax seeds are rich in fiber and omega-3 fatty acids. According to studies, flaxseed helps some people with their harmful cholesterol levels. The flax seeds can be ground, then a teaspoon of them added to yogurt, and others. 5. Select lean protein sources. Some of the greatest sources of protein include eggs, low-fat dairy products, lean meat, poultry, and fish. Choose lower-fat options like skim milk instead of whole milk and skinless chicken breasts instead of fried chicken patties. A healthy substitute for high-fat meats is fish. Omega-3 fatty acids, which are abundant in some fish varieties, can reduce blood fats called triglycerides. Cold water fish like salmon, mackerel, and herring have the highest concentrations of omega-3 fatty acids. Flaxseed, walnuts, soybeans, and canola oil are further sources. Beans, peas, and lentils are legumes that make excellent meat alternatives since they are low-fat, cholesterol-free sources of protein. 6. Reduce or avoid salt or sodium. Consuming excessive amounts of salt increases blood pressure, which is a risk factor for heart disease. According to the American Heart Association, no more than 2,300 milligrams of sodium are allowed for healthy persons each day, or about a teaspoon of salt. Ideal sodium intake for most persons is 1,500 milligrams per day. You consume a lot of salt through canned or processed foods like soups, baked goods, and frozen meals. You can consume less salt by eating fresh foods and cooking your own soups and stews. Making wise condiment selections is another method to cut back on your use of salt. There are many condiments with lower sodium content. 7. Plan ahead by developing daily menus. Use the 6 tactics from the above list to create daily menus. Put an emphasis on vegetables, fruits, and healthy grains when choosing foods for each meal and snack. Limit your intake of salty foods and go for lean protein sources and healthy fats. Keep an eye on your portion sizes and diversify your menu options. For instance, the following night, if you had grilled salmon the night before, try a black bean burger. This makes it more likely that you'll consume all the nutrients your body requires. Meals and snacks are more palatable when they are varied. 8. Give yourself a treat now and again. Allow yourself to occasionally treat yourself. Your heart-healthy diet won't be ruined by a candy bar or a bag of chips. But don't let it become a justification for abandoning your diet. Over time, you'll achieve equilibrium if overindulgence is the exception rather than the rule. The majority of the time, eating healthy foods is what matters. If you follow these 8 suggestions, you'll discover that eating heart healthily is both achievable and fun. You may prepare meals with your heart in mind by using a few straightforward adjustments. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, for more health-related contents. Bye.